Hello again, watch fans. Welcome back. Today, I'd like to talk about finding that watch that really speaks to you. Now, there are all kinds of watches, as we all know. There are dress watches, there are utility watches, there's chronographs, too many to speak of. And we pretty much all know what they are. And within each genre, there are a variety of models. For example, some watches have dials with numerals on them, usually Arabic numerals. Some have simply indices of various shapes and sizes. Could be rectangular, square, circular, whatever. Some have Roman numerals. Some watches even have a combination. For example, the Nomos Club Campus has what's called the California dial, which has numerals on the top and Romans on the bottom. But regardless of the genre of watch or the type or the category, we all have our favorites. And we have things that we like, we have things that we don't like so much or dislike. And many times I've read and heard people say, gee, I don't really like that particular watch because it just doesn't speak to me. Or someone else might say, wow, I just love that watch. That one really speaks to me for whatever reason. So today, I found a watch that I'd like to review briefly that really speaks to me. And I think you will agree.
It is 9:10 p.m.
Well, I'm sure you figured it out by now. What I'm talking about is a talking watch. No, it's not the kind of watch that you can have a conversation with. I guess that would be the Apple Watch, if you wanted to have a conversation with Siri. No, this is a talking watch, a watch that speaks the time at the press of a button. Now, these watches have been around for quite some time. Decades, I'm sure. And I've always been fascinated by them, just quite interested in how they worked or what they were all about. So I decided to get one. And I picked up this watch, bought it on Amazon, and here it is. So this is a talking watch. If we look at it, get a little closer to the camera there, you can see that it has an LCD display. It's got 4 buttons, 2 buttons on the side, on the right side there, and 2 buttons on the left side. The recessed metal button is for setting or adjusting the time. So it's a quartz digital watch, and if I press the button,
It is 7:53 p.m.
and that's the talking watch. So let's take a quick look at it. Again, this is mostly for curiosity's sake. The watch measures about 34 millimeters in diameter. About 34, not quite 34. It's about 47 millimeters tall. The strap width, or lug width, I should say, is 24. I'm not sure you can actually, well, maybe you can. You can change out the strap. Interesting. And actually, it would be not the width of the strap there, it would be the positions from the inside here. Be about 20 millimeters. It's very lightweight. It's got a plastic strap on it, as you can see, and as I just demonstrated, you press the button, it speaks the time.
It is 7:53
You can also ask it to speak the time on the hour.
Alarm on 1 o'clock a.m.
Okay, that was the alarm. That's another function. Here's the other one.
Snooze on 1 o'clock a.m. Alarm off.
That was the alarm. Again, you can turn it on and off. Here's the hourly speaking. And
Alarm on 1 o'clock. Snooze on 1 o'clock a.m.
okay.
Alarm off.
So if you press the side button, those 5 beeps indicate that it will speak the time every hour, and that one beep turns that off. So basically, it's speaking the time. It can speak on the hour. It has an alarm. It even has a snooze, and it's a kind of a small LCD. Although for the type of customers that this is meant for, people that are blind or vision impaired, I'm sure it does the job. It's a very inexpensive watch. It's I think it was about $12 on eBay, and it uses, by the way, it uses a CR2032 battery. I'm not sure how long that battery will last. It is a standard button type cell. But just for comparison's sake, for $11 you can buy a Casio F91, and of course this is a very popular, very well-known, long-lived Casio quartz digital watch. Or you could spend $1 more, $12, and buy this Casio quartz digital watch. And this one, interestingly, this was $12. This advertises a 10-year battery. Now, when I take I have a few quartz watches, not many, but I have a few. When I take them to my local jeweler to get a new battery, he charges $6 to replace the battery. And usually I have to replace batteries every 3 or 4 years. So for this particular Casio watch, with a 10-year battery, that's like getting a free watch. Because let's say every 4 years you need a new battery, that's $12 right there. The thing's going to last for 10 years, maybe even longer. That's a bargain. But anyway, that's just for comparison in terms of size. You can see the talking watch is a little bit bigger than the F91 Casio, and it's kind of about the same size as the larger Casio. So, what do I like about the talking watch? Well, it has a surprisingly loud speaking voice. So that's handy. It's inexpensive, $12. Can't speak for the, no pun intended, the quality of the watch, but I'm sure it will serve its purpose. And it is useful for the people that need this kind of watch. What don't I like about it? Well, it does have sort of a cheap feel to it, but again, it's a $12 watch. On the other hand, a Casio $12 watch with super high tens or hundreds of thousands of units produced every year, Casio has gotten it down to a science, whereas this talking watch, I'm sure, isn't made in very large volumes. So the quality is definitely not as good as a Casio, but it's probably good enough. And again, I don't know how long the battery will last. If it lasts a few years, then it's probably doing well. So that's it. That's the talking watch. So the bottom line is, here's a watch that I found that really speaks to me. On the other hand, it really doesn't speak to me. I doubt if I will be wearing this watch. Maybe as a special interest kind of thing, or to show people, but it's not something that's going to find a lot of wrist time on my wrist. So thanks for watching. I appreciate it, and I'll see you the next time. Bye.